12 News, a new generation of news.
In these tri-state apartments, when it rains outside, it rains inside as well. The people living here say roaches and other problems are running rampant, with your tax dollars picking up a piece of the tab. And when residents call the managers for help,
they never want to take care of anything.
Good evening, everybody. For most, it's hard to imagine living in an apartment complex where you're glad it's freezing outside because it keeps down the smell of the garbage piling up.
That's just one of the problems plaguing a complex where your hard-earned tax dollars pay some of the rent. 12 News reporter Rich Jaffe spoke with residents who say while the rent gets paid, the problems inside and out keep getting worse.
Sylvia Taylor has a tough time getting up and down the stairs at her airy forest apartment. She says she broke her leg last month when she slipped on some trash outside one of the buildings, and that's not a surprise. Residents say trash has only been picked up once here in the last 2 months.
My biggest concern is about the leak in the hallway here and in my apartment, because I'm afraid one day that if someone's sitting there on my couch, the ceiling will fall in on them.
Her sink is also falling off, and with crutches, the loose tile outside her bathroom is dangerous. Sylvia's rent is $469 a month, and it's paid by the taxpayers. In the hall, there's trouble, too.
We just noticed a lot of water coming through the top there, and it have a big puddle and drywall and everything else right in front of my door here on the floor. So I'm really concerned for everybody here that the whole thing could collapse, you know.
Right across the hall, Eddie Cody can't use his stove when it rains because water pours in through the fan overhead.
It's been like that for over a year. One day they were trying to fix something on top of the roof, and after that it started raining in my house, and I went to tell them. I told them over and over.
Now, if you want to visit someone in one of the airy forest apartments, the sign says they have a secure entry system here. It says, please go to information booth for entry. But here's the secure entry system, and frankly, it's a good thing the doors don't lock. Here's the telephone you're supposed to use to call one of the residents if you want to visit. It's part of the secure entry system. Airy Forest and lots of other properties in the area are owned by Red Leaf Properties. We wanted to talk with them, but had a hard time finding anyone. The sign on Coleraine Avenue lists them as Cincy Properties. On the building, it's TCA Management, but on the door, it's Red Leaf, and it was locked. Both the Cincinnati Health Department and the Building Department have written orders on the property and say they'll be following the progress closely. Rich Jaffe, 12 News.
The Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Authority tells us they have some clients in the airy forest apartments as well. They also want people to know there's a 24-hour hotline you can call if there are problems with any CMHA property. That number is 721-2642. Again, 721-2642 to report problems at your residence. A spokesperson for CMHA tells us even if it's not one of their properties, they will pass on the information to the appropriate agency. A local man accused of